All right, everybody, how's it going? It is Tuesday, December 29th, 2020, and we just finished with week 16 of the NFL season. And of course, now it's week 17, so we have to go over our picks. And I know this kind of stinks. We're at the end of the season. It's been a fun season. We've done all right on pick'em, 152, 87, and 1. Not exactly, killer, but not terrible, not the worst record you could have. If we do well enough, we can get to about 60 wins or so, about 65. I'm hoping to hit about 65. That'd be pretty good. 165 anyway for the regular season. That'd be idea to hit into that 60 range. So we got to get, I think, about 8 right. That would mean just under 10 a week. So not bad on average. So we did terribly last week. We're in kind of a slump. So I'll be honest, we've kind of been doing bad the last couple weeks. So hopefully we can turn that around, end the season on a positive note. Let's just get started. So we haven't gone under 500 all year at least, so that's been pretty good. But yeah, so we're doing all right. 1 p.m. football. If there's a game with an asterisk next to it, that means on Saturday I'm going to do like a correction stream, because there's a lot of like question marks and things up in the air of players resting and like, is the team going to play all their starters the whole game? There are certain things I'd like to know, and I'm assuming while I make these picks, and we'll know more Saturday. So that's why at times some of the picks may seem a little bit what's the word, like if it has an asterisk, just know there's a little bit more coming to it. All right, first and foremost, we have the Atlanta Falcons versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 4-11 versus 10-5. Bucks are 6.5 point favorites with an over under of 50.5. I'll be honest with you, I don't pick the Falcons. I have this game asterisked because, again, I don't know what Atlanta's doing. Are they going to play, or what Tampa's doing? Are they going to play all their starters? Is Atlanta going to play their starters? Or like, I have no idea about this one. There's not a lot known. I'm going to go with the assumption that Tampa's going to try to keep whatever ground they can keep as the 5 seed and kind of secure themselves as a 5 seed. So I think they're going to win. They're going to keep momentum going. They kind of need to keep that rhythm going because they're just now finding it with their whole team. Seems like they're just getting things into momentum and rhythm. So I'm going to guess that the Tampa's going to play all their starters, and I don't pick the Falcons. So give me the Tampa Bay Bucks. Even if they sit their starters, give me Tampa. This will be a pretty good game. This should be one of the games of the week, I guess. It's one of the biggest implications. But it's a game that when it's decided, the real outcome is not decided till Sunday night when Washington plays the Eagles. So this is the Cowboys and the Giants, 6-10 versus 5-9, or 6-9 versus 5-10. The Cowboys are 3-point favorites with an over-under of 44.5. The Cowboys offense has been playing a lot better the last few weeks. It's been more, I don't know if it's playing like worse defenses, playing worse offenses, but the Cowboys have slowly kind of played a little better on defense. They played better on offense the last few weeks. That's undeniable. But they are running into a good Giants team, or a good defensive team in the New York Giants. So they're going to probably slow down the Cowboys a bit. And that's kind of why I see kind of like a lower score in this game. But my major concerns lies with the Giants offense, which has gone completely like ice cold. I know Jones is dealing with injury. They've got like kind of a quarterback thing going on. The receiving core has never really been the greatest. And, the running back situation, it's as good as it can be. So for right now, for me with this game, it kind of looks like if it falls out and nobody can score on offense because the defenses are being like a problem for, problems with defenses, like the Cowboys defense is going to overwhelm what the Giants can do on offense, and likewise the Giants defense is going to overwhelm what the Cowboys can do on offense. Cowboys really haven't played a good defense in a couple weeks, I don't personally think. Not like a fully good healthy defense, so I don't know. So I have to really look at it. What offense do I actually trust a little? What offense do you trust more in this game? I would have to go with the Cowboys. Veteran quarterback, he's played in big games, I guess. I guess I can trust McCarthy a little bit more as a head coach than I can trust Joe Judge right now. This is a very hard, close game to call, but I'm going to go with the Cowboys just because I feel like there's more on this team you can trust. You can trust the Cowboys offense more than the Giants offense. Their defense probably will be able to make a play or two against this Giants offense. So give me the Cowboys in what should be a pretty close, good game. I have the Jets winning against my team. I don't want us to win. All right, the New York Jets take on the New England Patriots, 2-13, and we're 6-9 in a who cares game. The Patriots are the favorites, I guess, 3.5 point favorites with an over-under of 40. Pretty much every team is a 3.5 point favorite, by the way. I have the Jets winning, so for a couple reasons. I hope the Patriots lose, so I want us to lose this game, improve our draft position a little bit, move closer to the top 10. We can get our hands on Chase, Waddle, Smith, or maybe Pitts. One of these good young receivers that are coming out. I know Pitts is a tight end, but whatever. I would like us to lose this game, personally. I also think the Jets might come into this game knowing they have the second pick secured. Like this is like a Super Bowl for them. They want to probably beat the hell right out of us at our own stadium. This game will mean more to them than it will mean to us. I don't like the Bills game last night. The Bills came in like they needed to kick the crap out of the paint. Like they needed that win more than anything in their franchise was to win big in that game. And my team quit playing after like halftime, man. They were playing zone coverage all of it. Like they were playing like press, like they were playing press man at the beginning, and then like by the end they're just playing zones and just kind of giving up 10 yards at a time. Like I don't know. I don't think the Patriots. I think they pulled punches in the second half, and I also think they're not really going to try much in this Jets game, especially since the Jets are going to come out like they really need this win. So I don't. Give me the Jets. I hope we don't win. I'd rather improve draft stock. This would be a pretty meaningless pride victory. Another who cares game that has no implications on anything greater. The Minnesota Vikings take on the Detroit Lions, and you know this is all pride games. These are all pride games this week, so there might be some fight from some of the teams, but like I don't know, you know. The Lions take on the Vikings 6-9, 5-10. Vikings are 6.5-point favorites with an over/under of 54.5. Yeah, Detroit's a mess right now after getting faced up by Tampa like that. I know they didn't have their coaches, but would coaching have really like fixed that game? Their offense isn't very good right now. Stafford's health is a question mark. Is he even going to play? Probably not. So if he don't play, it's a guaranteed loss. Even if he does play, they're probably not going to have all the pieces that they need, which is like Galladay, and Lions just seem to be a complete mess right now with personnel, coaching. They desperately need the offseason to get here, so give me the Vikings in a pretty grand fashion win, 35-17. Dalvin Cook will run all over this team, by the way. All right, 1 p.m. continued. Let's see what else we got. This is a really, really good one. Actually, probably not, because the Steelers. All right, Pittsburgh Steelers 12-3 take on the Browns 10-5. The Browns are very big favorites. That line's probably bigger at this point. It opened up at like 6.5. It's all the way up to Browns are 9.5-point favorites with an over/under of 42.5. The Steelers have announced they're sitting Big Ben, and they're probably going to rest several starters based on need. So basically, any like really good player is probably not going to play, and you know they might like cycle in some younger guys during the game randomly. So it sounds like the Steelers aren't playing starters, and if that's the case, the Browns will win this game. The Browns are going to be playing desperate football. Some of these teams this week are going to be playing like desperate football, and the Browns are one of them. And I like the Browns to win this game against the Steelers backups and Mason Rudolph. So, revenge game. You want to talk about a team that's going to get really, really hurt this is a confusing game for me because the Bengals seemingly are kind of like stirring with life the last couple weeks, which has been interesting to see, beating the Steelers, beating the Texans for no reason. Now all of a sudden the Bengals are kind of licking their lips and looking at these Ravens going, if they can spoil anyone's season, they could spoil the Ravens season here. Ravens are 11.5-point favorites with an over/under of 44.5. The Bengals are playing spoiler. They're going to try. I think they keep it very, very close for whatever reason. I think the Ravens have trouble shaking them in this game. The divisional aspect, the chance to destroy the Ravens season, because I think if the Ravens lose, that opens the floodgates for the Browns, the Titans, the Colts, all these other teams who may not win the Titans or Colts, whoever doesn't win their division, to flood into the playoffs if the Ravens were to happen to lose this game. I don't think they're going to, but I think the Bengals keep it very, very close. That Bengals cover that 11, I think. Bengals are going to try and play spoiler. I don't know if they're going to be able to, but they're going to attempt to. I like the Ravens in this one because they're just a way better football team, but the Texans aren't. The Steelers are a way better team than the Bengals, and the Bengals just beat them. You never know with these weird division games late in seasons when the one team has the playoffs, the other team has nothing to lose except destroying a team that they don't like's playoff chances. Very interesting game. I think the Ravens are going to be very desperate. I'm going to take the Ravens still. So, give me the Ravens, close game. That'll be a fun one to watch. This one has an asterisk because I don't know what the Bills are doing. I'm going to go with the assumption that since the Steelers are resting, I'm going to think the Bills are too. I don't really know what they're... I mean, if both teams lose, Bills are still the 2 seed. Like, that's really, like... So the Bills have no absolute reason to play. Like if, guys, you beat the Steelers. You can kind of copy them. They're resting, you rest. Don't make this mistake. Don't get your Josh Allen hurt in a game that the Dolphins are going to be desperate in. Dolphins are going to be playing this game hard, aggressive, fast. Kind of like the Browns situation. They're going to be coming at these Bills really hard. And I don't know if it's a good idea if Buffalo keeps their starters in. I'm taking the Dolphins in an upset. But again, this is one of those picks we can review on Saturday, and we'll see if the Bills are resting starters, which is, I'm going to guess they're going to. You'll probably see like Barkley out there with like Moss getting a lot of carries, Dawson Knox getting some work in. Kind of like one of those situations. But for the Dolphins, you'll see everybody. I mean, this is going to be a hard played game by Miami. Because I think no matter what, like Miami, it doesn't matter about the rest of everybody. If they win, they're in. Like the Dolphins need to win this game, so expect to see that. And we'll see with Buffalo. Again, we'll review this when we know 100% what the Bills are doing. But if they're going to rest their starters, Miami will win this game pretty comfortably. So those are the 1 o'clock picks. Let's go to 4 o'clock. All right, this will be a pretty good one. Seattle's taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Seattle is playing potentially for the number 1 seed, so they're going to be trying very, very hard in this game. They would probably very much like a bye week, like most teams would. And, home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Those small little things. Seahawks are 5.5-point favorites with an over-under of 46.5. So, I don't know. 11-4, 6-9. Yeah, I know Seattle's been playing pretty good on defense the last few weeks. That's something I think that's been going very unnoticed. They just really put a number on the Rams defensively. I don't really like the 49ers offensive situation right now. I know they're not playing bad despite everything that's going on with them, but I don't know. I feel like this game is going to be played very hard by the Seahawks. I mean, the 49ers will keep it close. Like I said, I think it'll be like a touchdown game, but I don't know. You're going to see 2 levels of intensity from these teams, I think. Seattle is going to be playing this like a playoff game, and the 49ers might not deliver that same level of drive or intensity to this game. I think that's going to kind of give Seattle the edge. Plus, I think, I don't know, just give me Seattle anyway. I don't think, whatever. This is a very confusing game because Goff is out, and I have no idea. I think Kyler Murray's going to be playing, but he's going to be playing kind of banged up and a little hurt or whatever. But the Rams are favored by 1.5 I've seen. I didn't see a line for I didn't see an over-under for this game, so I just had to put NA. But it's 8-7 versus 9-6. Arizona needs to win, and they're in the playoffs. If Arizona wins, that puts Chicago also into the playoffs. So there's a couple things going on here, but the Rams can kind of put themselves into the playoffs if they so choose to with this game. They will be with John Woldrop or Josh Woldrop or some shit like that. I don't really know. I've never heard of the guy, but he's going to start for them. And yes, I have the Rams winning this game. This is going to be McVay has never lost to the Cardinals. First and foremost, I don't think he's ever lost to them. At least at home anyway. I don't know. I'd have to look at the way. And the way I'm looking at this, if both teams have banged up quarterback situations, both teams are not going to be on the top of their game offensively. So what we have to look at is what defense do you think is better? And I think the Rams have better defense. I think their offense is actually a lot better than the Cardinals for the most part. And then I think it really has to come down to what coaching situation do you trust more heading into this game? Do you think Kingsbury's a better coach, or do you think McVay's a better coach? Which guy do you think is going to rise above the situation? First time for the Cardinals. McVay's coached in a Super Bowl. He's got the experience. He's used to these big moments. He's used to some adversity, having to deal with it. This is going to be a hard game. This is on the road. Going against one of the better defenses in the league this year, who just really shut down Wilson. And really what this comes down to is you need the Rams offense to make a play or two. Can they do that? Well, they have a pretty good running situation. And I'm sure McVay will have the backup playing to almost Jared Goff levels. It's not like you need to replace like a god at quarterback right now. So I don't know. Due to the coaching and the defense, I'm going to take the Rams in this one in a very close, low-scoring game. And yeah, the Rams, the only issue with the Cardinals is the offensive line is bad. You know, it's just a bad line. And their defense is a little suspect. So give me the Rams over them. Not much to say here. Jaguars take on the Colts. Colts are probably going to be looking for revenge. They have to win to stay alive in the playoffs and then hope somebody else loses. So give me the Colts 29-21. They're favored by 14. I think the Jaguars cover that, though. This one, I don't know. This could be close, but I've heard that there's major rumors that the Texans might be sitting their starters, like Deshaun Watson might not play. So I've been hearing that all over the internet, like all over Twitter this morning. I've been seeing that they might not play him for obvious health reasons. But the Titans play the Texans. If the Titans win this game, they win the division, and you know they lock up a division title, which would be crazy. If they lose and the Colts win the division. One of these two, Titans or Colts, might not make the playoffs. So this is a must-win for the Titans. I could see the Texans, who don't really like the Titans, play in this game very aggressively and close. Even with backups, I can see this being close. The Titans' defense is very suspect. But I also see them kind of refocusing, reshaping, and this is kind of the game they were looking ahead to. They knew they could lose against the Packers, but this is one they had to win. So I'd imagine they're going to have themselves refocused offensively, playing very sharp, very crisp against a bad Texans defense that's bad. Like I just said, it's a bad Texans defense. So we'll probably see Tennessee more like their old selves in this game. Defensively, they'll probably give up some scores, which is why I have it as a close game. Titans still win the division, and have fun in the playoffs, Titans. Let's see. Sunday, 4 o'clock, more games. Broncos, Raiders, no one really cares. I think there's like a dominant home and away split in these games, so I just take the home team. It's like you can correct me if you're a fan of one of these teams, but like I'm pretty sure the home team just like wins these games. So I'm gonna take the Broncos 31-28 because they're the home team, I guess. And this is my like upset of the week. I guess. Plus the Raiders just kind of look bad right now. That was, yeah, jeez. Chargers take on the Chiefs in a game that, you know, the Chiefs have already said they're sitting their star. I mean, they always sit their starters. That's just what they do. Chargers are even 3.5-point favorites with an over-under of 43.5. It's kind of like there's another game where there's like a team that's like sitting starters and the other one's not going to, and they're probably just going to beat the dog shit out of them. This is like what the Chargers are about to front run and do against the goddamn Chiefs. Yeah, we beat them. Yeah, you know, kind of stuff like that. So yeah, give me the Chargers against the backups of the Chiefs and some practice squad guys. I might be playing quarterback for the Chiefs. You never know. I might be their practice squad guy. I don't know who it is. Do you? I don't know. You know, whatever. This will be a pretty good game because the Bears are going to give it everything they've got. The Bears host the Packers 12-3 versus 8-7. Unfortunately, the Bears are also running into a Packers team that with a simple win over a team that they're like 19-5 against with Aaron Rodgers. You know, he just wins. They don't beat Aaron Rodgers in Chicago. That's just something that they don't do. They're probably going to be struggling with a team that is going to be going balls to the wall to win this game, lock up that number 1 seed, and have the playoffs go through Lambeau. That's probably what they'd prefer. So the Bears are in a real tough position here. Yeah, they've been scoring a shitload of points, and I think they'll be able to keep it close. I've been watching the Trubisky thing since he came back. I was one of the first people to go, hey, man, the Bears are scoring points. Everyone kind of laughed. I haven't put Trubisky on my fantasy championship team. Though he got me a lot of points, we lost. But it wasn't Mitch's fault. I forgot to play Jamison Crowder, and I dropped the bag a little bit. But Mitch wasn't the issue. Mitch helped. Mitch seems to have found some weird groove on offense, and I think they'll be able to keep it close against the Packers. But again, the issue arises. Aaron Rodgers seems to just work like magic against this Bears team. Give me the Packers because he's magic against Chicago. I don't know. I got the Saints beating the Panthers. Would anybody object? Anybody? They're going for the number 1 seed, and the Panthers are who they are. You know what I mean? Yeah, they beat the football team. Whoa! They almost also lost to the football team and Taylor Heineke. The Saints are 6.5-point favorites with an over-under of 48. I've obviously got the Saints winning in this one. I mean, Breeze is probably going to play somewhat of the game, and maybe even with Taysom Hill, they can probably still win. Like, you know what I mean? Like, their backups, Taysom Hill, and he won several games for them this year. Give me the Saints, but again, Packers take the 1 seed. So, Sunday Night Football, final game of the season, the most important game of the season. I have this asterisk because I want to review this again on Saturday because I don't know who's playing quarterback for them. I know Haskins isn't, but I don't know who what's the word I'm looking for? Like interim replacement is. Like, is it going to be Smith? Is it going to be Heineke? I don't know who's starting. If it's Smith, they'll win the game. If it's not, they'll lose the game. The Washington is favored by 1.5, over under of 42.5. We know the Eagles will be trying in this game due to the fact that they can spoil their division rival season, a team they don't really like. So this will be a great final end of the season because this game also will determine, say the Washington loses and Dallas wins, Dallas gets the division. Say Washington loses, Giants beat Dallas, Giants get the division. So this is a division game. So this is going to be interesting. Football team can make it so they are the ones who laughed last and laughed the loudest because everybody mocked their lack of a team name, and now they might very well be NFC East division champions with a shitty 7-9 record. Hilarious troll job by the football team. I hope they win this game just because. I also like Alex Smith, so good luck to Alex Smith and his football team and old Ron Rivera. Beat the Eagles. I hate Jalen Hurts. I think the defense of I'm just kidding. I don't hate the Eagles. But no, I do think that I think Chase Young I think the Washington's defense overwhelms this team. They get all over Hurts and really, really disrupt him. Give him a real challenge in his rookie season. Kind of a welcome to the NFL type game by Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio. They'll probably cook something up nasty. So those are that's my pick'em record. Like I said, I'm 8-8, 10-6, 8-8, 12-3, 10. I was on a good run, then I go 8-8 in the middle. Like, it's just, like I said, we didn't go under 500 once this year. Pretty good pick'em record, almost 64%. Hopefully this week we can get, like I said, at least 8 wins to hit 160. That would be ideal. We'll finish well under 100 incorrect picks. So that's also really, really good. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to this picks video. It's going a little long, so I'm going to start to wrap it up. Yeah, it's been a fun season. Thank you so much to everyone who subscribed to the channel, who left comments and liked the videos. It helped grow us tremendously. We went up to 5,600 subscribers, maybe even 5,700 by the end of the year. Who knows? It's a couple days from now, though. But yeah, make sure you leave your thoughts down below. I'll be sure to get back to you. Leave your picks as always. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. It helps grow the channel as you've been seeing. So thank you guys so much for listening. Good luck on your picks this week. We'll have wild card weekend picks the following week. It's getting crazy. Season's coming to an end. It sucks. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out. Remember, go Patriots. Go Lions. Hopefully Patriots and Lions both lose this week for draft position. Yeah. Peace.